Think back to the last fireworks show you attended. Remember the vibrant colors and the thunderous booms? It is a moment of pure magic, watching the night sky transform into a canvas of light and sound. But have you ever wondered what happens once the final spark fades and the crowd begins to head home? We often focus on the spectacle above, but there is a hidden reality left behind in the aftermath. What if that 15-minute celebration leaves behind a trail of pollution that lingers for days or even weeks? It is a question that challenges how we view our favorite traditions and their impact on the world around us. Let us take a closer look at what actually happens to the air and the environment after the show. Every single fireworks display releases massive, dense clouds of smoke into the atmosphere above our heads. This smoke is packed with tiny, invisible particles known as PM2.5 that float silently through the night air. These particles are so incredibly small that they can easily drift into our lungs and enter our bloodstream. It is a silent, unseen risk that persists long after the cheering crowds have dispersed into the night. Beyond the smoke, there is a complex chemical cocktail required to create those brilliant, eye-catching colors. To get that deep, intense red, manufacturers use strontium, while copper is the secret behind those vibrant blues. Barium is responsible for those striking greens, and aluminum or magnesium create the blindingly bright white sparks. These heavy metals do not simply vanish into thin air once the explosion is over and done with. Instead, they begin a slow, steady descent, settling down onto the surfaces of our local environment. They land in the air we breathe, the water we drink, and the soil beneath our very feet. Scientific studies have tracked these pollutants, showing dramatic spikes in air quality levels immediately following large shows. These levels often reach the unhealthy range, creating a hidden hazard for those living in the surrounding area. This is especially concerning for vulnerable groups like young children, older adults, and those with respiratory issues. But the impact of these displays extends far beyond the health concerns of the human population. Consider the perspective of the birds, who are suddenly jolted by deafening, unexpected explosions in the dark. Imagine being a creature of the night, suddenly blinded by intense flashes of artificial light and noise. Many birds are known to abandon their nests in a state of pure, unadulterated panic and confusion. Our pets at home are not immune to this stress either, often trembling in fear from the loud booms. Wild animals become completely disoriented, struggling to find their way in an environment disrupted by human activity. When the smoke finally clears, the physical remnants of the show become visible across our shared spaces. Plastic fragments, charred paper, and chemical residue remain scattered across our parks, rivers, and local neighborhoods. It is a stark reminder that the celebration may last only a few minutes, but the footprint remains. The environmental impact lingers far longer than the fleeting beauty of the display itself. This brings us to a difficult but necessary question. Are traditional fireworks truly worth this environmental cost? It is a debate that pits long-standing cultural traditions against our growing awareness of ecological impact. Some argue that these shows are essential for community spirit and provide a sense of shared history. They see the fireworks as a vital part of our identity and a way to bring people together. Others point to the changing landscape of technology and the availability of modern, cleaner alternatives. They suggest that we could evolve our celebrations without losing the sense of wonder we all crave. Drone light shows are a prime example of how we can paint the sky without using any chemicals. These displays use synchronized lights to create intricate patterns and stories that are just as mesmerizing. Laser displays offer another way to create high-impact visual experiences that are completely silent and smoke-free. Even quieter fireworks are being developed to minimize the stress caused to wildlife and sensitive individuals. These alternatives could significantly reduce pollution while keeping the spirit of the celebration alive and well. It is not necessarily about ending our traditions, but about finding smarter ways to keep them going. Perhaps we can find a balance that honors our past while protecting the future of our planet. This is a conversation that is happening in communities all across the globe right now. We want to know where you stand on this evolving issue of public celebration and environmental health. Your voice is an important part of this discussion, and we want to hear your honest thoughts. Please take a moment to share your perspective in the comments section below this video. Would you, personally, support a transition toward more environmentally friendly alternatives for our public displays? Or do you believe that traditional fireworks are a non-negotiable part of our cultural heritage? There are no right or wrong answers here, just different ways of looking at our traditions. We are interested in hearing the diverse range of opinions that exist within our community. Every viewpoint adds value to the conversation and helps us understand the complexity of the issue. If this video has made you think about fireworks in a new way, consider sharing it. Pass this along to someone who loves fireworks and see what they think about these alternatives. Starting a conversation is the first step toward understanding and potential change in our communities. Real progress often starts with a single dialogue between friends, neighbors, and family members. Your participation helps shape the future of how we celebrate and interact with our environment. Thank you for taking the time to watch and engage with this important topic today. We look forward to reading your comments and continuing this discussion with all of you. Let us keep the conversation going and see where these new ideas might lead us next.